From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Friday, May 5th. Mostly sunny to start the day, but cloud cover increases the later half of Friday. A few showers are possible into early Saturday morning, but the better rain chances will stay in southern third of Indiana. Highs are going to top out today in the low 70s, light breeze out of the south, just a picturesque day. So hopefully you can snag a few moments outside. For your Saturday, a few stray showers aren't out of the question early in the morning. Otherwise, another great day. The Indy Mini Marathon is going to start in the low to upper 50s, partly mostly cloudy skies, just perfect conditions for a race. Going to be about as good as it can get for that time of year. It'll become a little breezy Saturday, highs pushing into the mid 70s. This morning, we were following breaking news. A standoff in Richmond ends with police gunfire. The situation started early yesterday afternoon and lasted well into the overnight hours. It happened in a house on Rich Road in the northwest side of the city. Richmond police tell us a man fired several shots at a woman. Then, when officers got there, he barricaded himself inside the home. In a new update this morning, police do confirm the standoff is over. Officers shot the man. We don't know his condition. Police say the woman should survive the injuries she suffered in the initial shooting. And we are working to find out more information. You can find any updates we get on wishtv.com. And today, thousands will be dressed in the best costumes for Indiana Comic-Con. It's going to be so big that it's actually taking up 2 stories of the convention center. There'll be a cosplay contest, panels with celebrity guests, local vendors, and meet and greets. One of those celebrity guests is Adam Savage. He was the co-host of Mythbusters. He says that this will be his first Indiana Comic-Con. It's a 3-day event, starts at 11 this morning and runs through Sunday. To iTeam8, where the state's gaming commission is suspending betting on the University of Alabama's baseball team. And bets made in Indiana and in other states are under investigation now. According to All Indiana Bets host Jason Hammer, the suspension comes from the aftermath of a game between Alabama and LSU. This was April 28th. Hammer says an exceptionally large amount of bets were placed on LSU. It's not strange for people to pick LSU to win because the Tigers are the number 1 overall team right now. However, there were also a lot of very specific parlay bets that were placed. And this all happened before Alabama announced its starting pitcher would sit out. Hammer says that's when watchdog groups came together and concluded Alabama's coach was in on it somehow. Brad Bohannon is now fired. The state's gaming commission tells iTeam8 that it has now told sports books like Winner's Circle to refund all future bets that were placed on the team before the betting freeze went into effect. In your vote, 2024, Indiana's former top education official wants to be the state's next governor. Jennifer McCormick launched her bid. McCormick was the state's last superintendent of public instruction before the General Assembly eliminated that elected position and replaced it with an appointed education secretary. McCormick's clashes with fellow Republicans while superintendent led to a party switch. She's running for governor as a Democrat. She says she's not worried that the change will turn voters off. McCormick is the first Democrat to declare her candidacy. Senator Mike Braun, Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch, and Eric Doden are the Republicans in the running so far. Governor Holcomb's signature has turned 91 more bills into laws. He signed them yesterday. The measures include the overall budget, which now includes $1.5 billion increase in school funding, the controversial new gender rules for schools requiring parental notification if a student requests teachers use a different name or pronoun, and a public health law that aims to bring uniformity to local health departments across the state. A push to allow backyard chickens is gaining momentum in Noblesville. A petition drive is nearing 700 signatures. Organizers say they plan to take it to city leaders once they get enough support. Rules vary in the communities that allow personal flocks. Carmel allows 6 hens. In Indianapolis, you can have 12 hens and a rooster. New Ivy Tech graduates are moving into the next stage of their lives with a message of being a warrior rather than a victim. That message was shared to those there by DeJuan McCoy, president and CEO of our parent company, Circle City Broadcasting, here at Wish TV. News 8's Adam Pinsker has more.
Ivy Tech graduate Darius Avery was homeless while in high school. On Thursday, he graduated with a degree in business administration with plans to transfer to IUPUI and eventually become a project manager.
And one of the biggest things that I want to do also is open up my own business and to be able to give back not just to the Indianapolis area, but to the far east side of Indianapolis.
Darius's aspirations sound a lot like DeJuan McCoy's story. Long before he became the owner and CEO of Circle City Broadcasting and Wish TV, McCoy cut his teeth selling copiers and fax machines, then got into TV sales before buying and selling 17 TV stations across the country.
I was the first African American to own a Fox affiliate in America and didn't even know it. I had to have somebody call me and say, do you know you're the first black to ever own a Fox affiliate in America? I said, thank you for telling me. I know now. That person also told me, do you know what responsibility comes with that?
3,000 Ivy Tech students received degrees on Thursday. More than half of them are women and 38% of them are students of color. Not all of them earned associate's degrees. Nearly half earned a certificate or certification. This fall, Ivy Tech is launching the Multicultural Media Producing Program in partnership with Wish TV. The one-year program is designed to expand coverage for communities traditionally ignored. McCoy's message isn't tailored to those who just want to be in the broadcast business. His biggest takeaway, create a goal and don't stop until it's achieved.
It is your choice to choose victim or to choose warriors. Warriors always find a way to persevere. They don't let anybody get in their kitchen. And y'all know what I mean when I say get in your kitchen, okay? They fight through tough talk. They fight through seemingly systemic issues.
Adam Pinsker, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and like us on Facebook.
If you would like to watch DeJuan's commencement speech in its entirety, you can find it in the As Seen On section of our website, wishtv.com. The newest episode of 100 Days to Indy takes viewers on a trip. Last night's episode featured Pato O'Ward and visited his home city, Monterrey, Mexico. Monterrey will host the last race on this year's schedule, and O'Ward looks to be a contender for the title when the season reaches that point. O'Ward says the first two episodes have given fans the chance to see that the drivers are real people.
We're not robots, we're humans, and part of being human is just we're normal. You know, everybody has their own life, but we are we're just like everybody else. And I think that's what ultimately will give the IndyCar fan just more of an insight of what their favorite driver is like. And yeah, just the human aspect and the human connection that they will get with the driver or with their favorite athlete. I think that's what ultimately makes this, bigger than just watching a series that kind of tells you of what happened during the race weekend.
Episode 3 of 100 Days to Indy airs next Thursday night at 9 on Wish TV. New security changes are coming to the track for this year's Indy 500. The Speedway is using new screening detection devices. When you go, you'll walk through a device called the SIA Open Gate. Security leaders say it'll eliminate the need to empty your pockets on the way in. Track officials say it should speed up the process and cut down on lines. And today is the last day for anyone who still needs to pick up their packet for tomorrow's 500 Festival Mini Marathon. The two-day expo for the marathon began yesterday at the Indiana Convention Center. More than 60 vendors are set up there with everything fitness, including apparel, nutrition, and recovery tools. People can also sign up for next year's Mini at a discounted price. The expo opens at 10 this morning and runs until 8 tonight. Fox has settled its defamation lawsuit, in its words, to buy peace. A letter to the judge says the company paid $787.5 million to Dominion Voting Systems to end media coverage of the trial. It also says Fox is fighting the release of redacted material from the lawsuit. Reporting from several news outlets indicates that information from that redacted material is what led to Fox firing host Tucker Carlson. And in business headlines, U.S. job growth likely cooled in April to the slowest pace in more than 2 years. The U.S. Department of Labor's high-stakes April payroll report is projected to show that hiring increased by 180,000 last month and that the unemployment rate inched higher to 3.6%, according to Refinitiv economists. That would mark a drop from the 236,000 gain recorded in March and would be the weakest monthly payroll growth since December of 2020. The biggest grocery union opposes the $20 billion Kroger-Albertsons deal. The labor union is worried about grocery closures as a result of the deal and potential job losses. Kroger has said it would not lay off frontline workers. The attorneys general of New York and California opened a joint investigation into allegations of workplace discrimination and pay inequities at the NFL. The attorneys general, who issued subpoenas to the NFL for relevant information regarding its handling of the claims, said the league had not taken sufficient steps to prevent discrimination and retaliation in the workplace. The founder of Khan Academy recently gave a TED Talk on AI's potential impact on education. The technology could offer personalized tutors to every student at a large scale, he says. He says artificial intelligence could probably be the biggest positive transformation that education has ever seen. Weber's smart grilling app now lets you monitor multiple grills at the same time. There's also a Launchpad section of the app that offers easy access to the smoke boost feature, adjusting grill temp, adding a temperature alert, starting a timer, and shutting down the grill remotely. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and follow us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.